Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be speaking to you guys about RMS Titanic, one of the shipwrecks I'm pretty sure we all know about here. We've all heard about it at least maybe once or twice, but not all of us know the full story, and today I want to explain that from the moment her keel was laid down to the moment she hit the ocean floor on April 14th. So without further ado here, let's begin. Also, this video will use very little advanced terms, so it's great for beginners that are trying to learn about the ship. Okay, so let's get started. RMS Titanic's keel was laid down on March 22nd, 1909. For those that don't know what a keel is, it's like the bottom of the ship. Titanic was built with a double keel, which was meant to help it from splitting in half in the occasion of sinking. As you can see, it didn't exactly work there. But they were very secure when building it. Titanic was originally supposed to have 64 lifeboats, but only had 20 on her maiden voyage. This would end up being a problem later on, as we all know. But Titanic was first launched into the ocean on May 31st, 1911, when it was just the shell of Titanic. It had no interiors or anything. And then it was furnished, and sea trials began in 1912, and then on April 10th of 1912, Titanic began her maiden voyage across the North Atlantic Ocean, stopping in Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown Island, which is now Cobh Island. I probably pronounced that wrong. But she then began to head off into the North Atlantic Ocean, unfortunately never returning to dry land. Her first 3 days at sea were very nice. There were very calm days in the sea. It was a nice time until April 14th, 1912 at 11:40 p.m. when Lookout Frederick Fleet spots an iceberg heading straight towards the grand ship. The ship is immediately ordered to go in reverse. However, it's a huge ship, 882 feet long. Can't just throw the thing into reverse. And so they only had 37 seconds, and unfortunately, that wasn't enough time for them. They just weren't able to do it. And of course, Titanic struck the iceberg. This flooded her watertight compartments. 6 of them. The ship could only withstand 4 flooded. Now, everything would have been fine. However, the watertight compartments only went up to about E deck. So the water just filled up and spilled, filled up and spilled, filled up and spilled. And this happened for a decent amount of time. And then, of course, as we know, water stood to head up to the bow. For those that don't know what the bow is like the pointy part at the front of the ship, and the stern is the round part at the back of the ship. Now, of course, we all know the first funnel collapses down. Second funnel collapses down. At this point, the ship really isn't meant to deal with that sort of stress, and so it splits. And then the bow goes down and the stern begins to come up. And the stern finally does that final vertical plunge. And the 19 lifeboats, or however many lifeboats, lay in the ocean where there's nothing but darkness and icebergs. Yet, Carpathia is coming, and everybody has to wait another 1 hour and 40 minutes. Approximately an hour and 40 minutes after Titanic went down, Carpathia comes to pick up the 703 survivors left on lifeboats. While Carpathia is coming, Titanic's bow is plunging down, going down almost like a torpedo into the ocean floor, faster than anybody could imagine, going like 25 to 30 knots. Meanwhile, the stern sort of does this spiral thing. It starts to spiral and finally reaches the bottom with severe damage and all her decks blown off. Alright guys, make sure to like, subscribe if this video helped, and hit that notification bell.